What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the 10-7 MMA podcast. I'm DS, and as always, I'm here with my boy, Dino Bam Bam.
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Ring that bell down there. Follow us on Instagram at the10-7MMA, so the10-7MMA. We really appreciate all the love we've been getting, and we're super duper excited to present you guys this new series that we're doing.
And what is the new series? And who is it for?
Good question. This is called The MMA Casuals Guide to whatever the card is. This inaugural episode is obviously The MMA Casuals Guide to UFC 286.
I just want to say, casual, it's a word we want to destigmatize. Because I don't see anything wrong with being a casual fan of a new sport.
Exactly.
You know, I appreciate more fans and paying attention to the sport.
Yeah. I'm totally with you, and there's nothing wrong with being a quote-unquote casual. As you know, as you were alluding to, it does have a dirty kind of feel in the MMA community, but we're all casuals at one point. We all started watching fights or boxing or MMA at some point, you know what I mean? Right. We all started training or fighting or watching fights at some point. There's nothing wrong with being a casual. There's a ton of fighters. There's a ton of new terms you have to learn, and this series is for you guys. So, without further ado, this is the MMA Casuals Guide to UFC 286.
And who is it really for?
What do you mean? It's for newer fans of the sport. It's for people that either aren't into MMA but want to get into it.
Or want to hear us talk.
It's for people that are new to MMA and are just now starting to get a grasp of things and learn who these fighters are. Or it's for... You know, a lot of times your significant other may watch it or your siblings may watch it and you don't, but you want to watch it with them. You want to invest in what they're interested in.
Or you're just like a guy who's like a cuck and you just want to go to like the bar and watch it with your friends and you don't know many things about it.
Right.
So
fair. So just so you don't look like an idiot in front of your friends.
Or a cuck
at the bar, this is who this is for. So without further ado, UFC 286, the MMA Casuals Guide. We start with the main event, which is Leon Rocky Edwards versus Kamaru Usman. By the way, this card takes place...
Look at me now!
By the way, this card takes place at the O2 Arena in London, the home country of the champion, Leon Rocky Edwards. So Leon Edwards won the title off of the former champion, Kamaru Usman, late last year. I believe it was in August. Let me just make sure. Yes, August 20th of 2022, Leon Edwards won the title via a fifth-round head kick knockout. Now, he was losing the fight on points. He was getting dominated from rounds 2, 3, and 4. He was well on his way to losing.
What does on points mean?
On points is basically the judges' scorecards.
If nobody knocks anybody out or gets them to tap out in a UFC fight,
exactly,
it goes to the judges and they score it.
Exactly. Yeah. So the judges would have had Leon Edwards down. They did. And Leon pulled out a Hail Mary out of nowhere head kick knockout. If you come from other sports, it was akin to a Hail Mary pass in football or, a buzzer beater. Well, like
one of the greatest of all time.
But yes, one of the greatest and most impactful of all time. Leon went on to have a very famous speech afterwards where he's yelling, "Look at me now."
It was awesome.
And it was a very cool moment. You guys should check that out. I'll link the UFC's YouTube of that down below. Anyways, Leon Edwards was a down on his luck kind of guy before that. He had won multiple fights in a row. 10 fights in a row, but he hadn't gotten to fight during Corona very much.
I'm sorry. Yeah. A lot of people felt that he was slighted in that.
Exactly.
He should have been.
Yeah. He should have been, higher than he was. Regardless of the fact, when he did come back, he proved basically who he is. He fought Nate Diaz, who is a legend of the MMA game. He was dominating him until the last until the last minute of the fifth round, where Nate Diaz landed a punch while Leon was kind of playing with him, and it had Leon shook and wobbling all over the octagon.
It did, though. How about this? Kamaru Usman, the long reigning champion, didn't have him like that.
Exactly. So with Leon, what he's looking to do here is basically defend his belt for the first time in front of his home crowd, which he hasn't fought in England in a long time. And that's the story of Leon Rocky Edwards. We move on to the former champion and the challenger this Saturday, Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, Leon Edwards, by the way, is a kickboxer. He doesn't want to wrestle. He doesn't want to do any jiu-jitsu or any of that. He wants to stay at range, and he wants to throw kicks and punches at range.
Exactly.
Kamaru Usman, if you've ever listened to anything MMA-wise or heard anything MMA-wise, you've heard of GSP. And GSP was in the same weight class, the champion. He's been a multi-weight class champ. But for the majority of his career, it was 170, which is the same weight class that Kamaru Usman's in. Kamaru Usman was so dominant that, first of all, he's 36 years old. He's only had one loss. And it was the second fight of his career. So many people were considering Kamaru Usman as almost in the same regard as GSP, who is my favorite fighter and, in my opinion, the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman wants to wrestle. He's a D2 national champion wrestler. When him and Leon Edwards faced off the second time, he wanted to wrestle. He ended up imposing his will. But for the fact of the matter is, he is 36, almost 37 years old. 37 in 2 months, I want to say. And Leon Edwards is the new champion. And he got knocked out brutally. He went to sleep. There was a video of him. He was talking about after he got knocked out with that head kick by Leon Edwards, he didn't know where he was until he woke up in the ambulance.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So, goes to show you, Leon Edwards is special. And that last fight was fought at altitude, meaning elevation. They fought in Utah,
Salt Lake
City, which is over a mile elevation. And for the record, Leon Edwards is from the UK. He doesn't fight at elevation. He went 2 weeks before to train at elevation. But Kamaru Usman has trained at Denver for the last 2 or 3 years. I want to say 3 years.
Yeah.
Big difference. So, anyways, it's the champion, the current champion, Leon Edwards, is in Vegas, still an underdog. It's going to be a huge fight. But besides this fight, there's a huge co-main event, the second best fight on the card, and it's Rafael Fiziev, who is a newer fighter, moving up. Only one loss, I want to say, on his record, 12-1. And versus a huge power puncher, Justin Gaethje. What do you think about that?
Yeah. So I'll start with Justin Gaethje, the red corner. Generally, the red corner is the higher ranked fighter or the favorite most of the time is in the red corner. Anyways, Justin Gaethje, he comes in with a professional record of 23 wins and 4 losses. Justin Gaethje is arguably the most exciting fighter currently in the UFC. He is a brawler.
Why?
He is a brawler.
Why? Why does he do? What has he done? What does he like to do?
He likes to swing
and knock people
out viciously. That's his whole shtick. He came into the UFC undefeated. He has faced the likes of Dustin Poirier, Tony Ferguson, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Michael Chandler, Habib Nurmagomedov, Charles Oliveira. So he's
fought the best of the best.
He's fought the best of the best in the UFC. He is a proven guy. He has reached the title fight 2 times in his career. The first time he lost to Habib Nurmagomedov, who's a lot of people consider the GOAT of the 155 division. Mean? GOAT is the greatest of all time. If you're coming from other sports, you know that. And then the second time he reached the title, he fought Charles Oliveira. He was submitted in that fight in the first round. In between those 2 fights, he fought Michael Chandler in one of the greatest fights of the last few years. I will link that fight below, as well as...
You're going to link hella things.
I'm going to link hella things.
I hope you do.
Yeah, and I will also link the Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman fight down below. But yeah, basically Justin Gaethje wants to come out there. He wants to bang. He wants to throw massive punches, massive leg kicks. He's known for his leg kicks. And he doesn't use his wrestling at all in MMA. However, he does have a Division I wrestling background.
Yep.
There's not much more to say about Justin Gaethje besides he's a sit on the edge of your seat type of guy. He is very, very, very exciting. And yeah, he's fighting Rafael Fiziev.
Yeah, Rafael Fiziev, a much more technical striker, meaning he's a lot tighter. He doesn't have the power that Justin Gaethje has, but more technical and nowhere near the experience that Justin Gaethje has had. But Rafael Fiziev is highly regarded in Vegas. He's the favorite, meaning he's expected to win this fight, and I do think he will. But this is going to be a banger because these guys aren't going to wrestle. These guys are going to fight each other on the feet, and somebody's probably getting knocked out.
Yeah. So this fight should be super duper, super, super exciting. And moving down the card, a couple more fights you guys should probably know about. The main card opener of Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze. Marvin Vettori, a former title challenger.
Multiple times.
He's fought Israel Adesanya, who many consider the GOAT of that division, multiple times. Marvin Vettori is tough. He has a granite chin, meaning he is very tough to get knocked out, very tough to submit. He is a brawler in all ways. He's fighting Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze, a Georgian fighter. They're known for their strength and their toughness. He has been on a roll lately, and he is getting his chance to fight the top guys in this division by fighting Marvin Vettori here. Anyone else you want to mention for this card?
I want to talk about Muhammad Mokaev. He is a 22-year-old prospect, born in Dagestan, from England now, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
22 years old, ranked in the top 15 in his weight class in the best fighting organization in the world. Huge fight. I think he's gonna win it easily, in my opinion. But it's worth mentioning, if you want to see somebody who's come on the up and up, this is the guy you want to watch.
Yeah, he is definitely a person that a lot of people in the know expect to be a future title challenger or a champion. Besides that, we have a bunch of British fighters on this card. It is taking place in London again. That's really all I have to say about this card. I think we've given you the ammo you need for this card. Anything else, Dino?
I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you too. Do you love them?
Oh, come on. Them?
Yeah. That's it. You guys get a kiss. But for real, though, we're excited to present you guys this series. We're going to get better at doing it. We're going to figure out how we want to structure it. But we did want to put something out this week so you guys know what you're watching on Saturday night. It is a big fight.
Do you ever think to yourself, or no?
I've never thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's all I have to say about this.
Okay, cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Ring the little bell down there.
Or don't. Who are we to say?
Yeah, don't. No, do it, please.
Don't. Honestly, don't do it. Don't do it.
And then follow us on Instagram at the107MMA. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Peace.
Love you.